Imagine this for a moment. You're someone who has never felt the urge to get a piercing. Not once. While trends shifted, while people experimented, while styles cycled in and out, you stayed exactly the same. And most people have no idea what that actually says about you. If you clicked because that feels uncomfortably accurate, yes, this video is exactly what you clicked for. This is the psychology of people who never get piercings. And it's not about fashion, fear, or tradition the way people assume. It goes much deeper than that. Most people interpret this choice as passive, like nothing happened. But psychology suggests the opposite. For many people, never getting a piercing isn't indecision, it's alignment. A quiet, consistent alignment with how they experience their body and identity. Imagine you're someone who feels your body is already complete, not unfinished, not waiting for improvement, just complete. For people like this, piercing doesn't feel expressive. It feels unnecessary, almost intrusive. Psychologists often describe this as a strong internal identity orientation. It means your sense of self isn't built from visible signals. You don't rely on symbols to explain who you are. You already know. And because you know, you don't feel pressure to demonstrate it. You know what I mean? Here's the part most people never think about. This trait didn't come from nowhere. For most of human history, unnecessary bodily injury was dangerous. Every wound carried risk, infection, weakness, vulnerability. So some nervous systems evolved to be more protective, more selective. That survival logic didn't disappear, it just became subtle. This is where the HPA axis quietly enters the picture. It's the system that evaluates stress and threat. For some people, even controlled pain triggers a simple internal response. Why risk it? Not fear, not anxiety, just calculation. And that restraint has advantages. People who never get piercings are often consistent, grounded, and slow to reshape their identity for social approval. They don't chase reinvention every time culture shifts. When they choose something, it tends to last. But here's the uncomfortable part most people never ask themselves. When does stability quietly turn into resistance?
Because the same restraint that protects you can also limit you. Change can feel unnecessary even when it's beneficial. Not wrong, just something to stay aware of. Another layer is cognitive dissonance, the tension we feel when actions clash with beliefs. If someone believes their body shouldn't be altered for trends, a piercing would create internal friction. So they avoid it, not because they're rigid, but because they're internally consistent. And when you don't participate, something interesting happens. Other people start projecting meaning onto you. They assume fear, or conservatism, or judgment. Come on, think about it. That projection usually says more about their discomfort with difference than your psychology. Over time, neuroplasticity reinforces this pattern. Each time you choose restraint, your brain strengthens pathways linked to deliberation rather than impulse. Eventually, not following trends feels natural, effortless, almost invisible. If this resonates, the goal isn't to change who you are, it's to stay conscious. Occasionally ask yourself, is this my value or just my habit? Experiment with flexibility where the stakes are low. And remember, consistency is powerful, but flexibility doesn't erase identity. You're not broken for never wanting a piercing. You're not outdated. You're not afraid. You're wired for internal stability in a world obsessed with external signals. And maybe that's the quiet truth about people who never get piercings. They don't need to prove who they are on the outside. If this made you feel understood, you're not alone here. Stay curious, stay grounded, and if you want more psychology that actually feels human, you're in the right place.